she had a business mind of like, how can I utilize this to elevate myself? And she did. She elevated herself from where she was then, and she was already at a top level to another top level. But I do think reality television should be done for unless she's producing it.
Yeah, I think it's been. What do you think of everything going on with New Jersey now? You know,
I am so grateful for the break and the pause for New Jersey because it really did get toxic, especially with the fan base. Week after week, recapping and talking about this and rumors and stories and this and that. I'm grateful for the pause. But it was Real Housewives of New Jersey was definitely one of my maybe top three favorites of this entire franchise. But I was grateful for a pause and a shift. They definitely needed to make a shift. And every other week, there's rumors of like, oh, this one is filming, that one's filming. Teresa recently answered whether or not they were test filming without her, and she has, I think she was on Jeff Lewis, and she's like, they can test. What did she say? Something about testing without the professor or something. I guess she's
yeah,
referring
like
to
does a
herself,
professor or something like
like
study
a
for the
test.
test or
And I was just
something?
like, okay, look, I think what they're going to do is give Teresa her own thing, and then they're going to move on with the other women because they all the other women get along except Jennifer Aiden. But I think Jennifer Aiden in that Jersey Mike situation put the nail in the coffin for her ever returning to Bravo.
I agree. I don't think Andy ever liked her, really. I
No,
really don't think so. He talks all
he
the
didn't hide
time.
it.
No, he like couldn't hide it. He couldn't, right? Like, I mean, and he also says there's three housewives. I just, people have their own thoughts. When he's like, there's three housewives I never want to hear from again. I really do think she's one. Like, people say Bethenny,
And Jill
like,
Tarrant's the other.
let's not kid yourself. You would take Bethenny back if she really wanted to go back. You would work all of a sudden reconcile with her.
The money. He knows Bethany's good. Bethany really is just a personality. No matter how you feel about her, whatever she touches, it seems to become successful. Her becoming a social media influencer. Now that's a huge income for income that she didn't even need. Is now become a huge income for her. I agree with you. Andy would take her back in a second because Andy doesn't care about the friendship. I don't know if they were ever truly friends like that anyway. He would be like, oh, she's going to bring ratings to Real Housewives or whatever I'm doing.
And Bethany says, like, she's like, this is by default. Like, I never anticipated this. Yeah, I'm sure she says, I have young girls that are 12 years old come up to me. I have women that are 70. I'm like, yeah, like, she is truly an influencer. She moves product. That's it. Like, once you move product, that is it. That's the job,
Yeah, and
really.
you can make a ton of money just from that. And again, she's already making tons of money in other places. Now got this other, and I'm sure she's making probably a good six-figure to seven-figure income just from the social media influencing.
I think it's like seven figures. I don't know why. She says, of course, that she is not going to divulge her formula. She implies that she has figured out the formula, the algorithm, everything. And just because she's so smart with business, and she unfortunately will not be divulging that to you or me, but she's figured it out. And she posts a lot. I see when she posts and people are like, dog bed, please. You didn't quote. Like, she's not even trying to sell something. And
No.
someone's like, oh, the dog bed in the background, can you please link it? And 2 seconds later, it's linked. I'm like, that is, I mean, she is moving
And I've
product.
seen a lot of like social media influencers talk about like the game of social media, and that's what they talk about, just sharing your life, not unedited. And she's one of the OGs of doing that because she was a part of Real Housewives of New York. So she's just doing that now, controlling what she decides to share.
She is literally in her glory. She says, like, this is what I always wanted. This is like, I do it. According to her, she's like Drew Barrymore, Kelly Clarkson. I don't want their jobs. I make more money than them. I don't want to go and do a produced talk show. Right. This is why people like
I
you
mean, she
love.
wasn't really good at a talk show, but I mean, that could also been because someone else was controlling how it was done.
She says it's just not for me. This is for me to be like a wild beast animal and just speak and this is
And not
authentic.
have to
I
listen to
mean,
anyone else while speaking.
like that is the thing. When she talks products, I don't know if it's an act, but you do to me, it is so authentically real. It does not seem like a sales pitch, and that is the key to the whole thing. You
I
really,
like seeing her on Shark Tank, but I think it's probably again because she has to work with other people. It was probably harder for her to do that. But I respect her business sense.
me too. I understand why people don't like her when she says things like Drew Barrymore and Kelly Clarkson can take their job because I'm not interested because I make more money in that. I get why that turns off a lot of people, but like you, I find her so interesting to watch. I can't explain it. I just do.
I mean that goes without saying. I mean, look at the years of Real Housewives of New York. I think you can't deny that there's she has an it factor. Some people have it, some people don't.
Yeah. With New Jersey, so you think that Teresa is it's she's gone.
I honestly don't see if they're going to bring back any people, anyone from this cast, they're not going to bring back Teresa as a part of this cast. Again, I can see them giving her her own show. We talked about this before on my show that with Louis going to BravoCon, I could see them announcing some sort of first of all, them announcing him as a guest already was weird. But now it makes more sense that they might announce like they're going to have their own show. And Dolores is going to probably be featured on both shows. Good for Dolores.
I was just gonna say because they're having Paulie go. I mean, is that this thing that right? Dolores is going to be once again the bridge, and right, she's gonna be a housewife, and now she's gonna get a second salary on lower, but a
Oh,
second
she's also
salary
going to
on
be featured
Teresa.
on Real Housewives of Rhode Island. They didn't confirm that, but apparently she knows some of the women there.
So that means Dolores will have three Bravo shows in some capacity.
And she just won Traders.
I mean, I do see it though. She is Teresa's friend. You know, why is Paulie going to BravoCon and Louis? That is strange
I'm
to
shocked they're
me.
still together.
I'm shocked.
I'm shocked. I'm shocked that Dolores and Paulie are still together. I'm shocked that Teresa and Louis are still together. But they might be still together just because of finances.
I think Teresa, if you think about it, never left Joe Giudice
Mm,
until, her mother passed away and everything. She's a loyalist, Teresa.
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, can you imagine if Dolores had three shows? I mean, uh,
She's so dynamic.
at the end of the day, yes, I'm not talk about I have issues with Dolores too. What did I call
Gorgeous in
Vicky?
person, though. I saw her at the
Gorgeous.
Crappy Awards. A gorgeous, stunning in person, and lovely too. Like she was a very nice person too. So I get why. I'm sure she's lovely behind the scenes. I've always heard great things about Dolores behind the scenes. Is she an interesting reality TV star? Does she have the Bethenny Frankel it factor? No.
No. See, I find, whereas I called Vicky insufferable, just me, I do think Dolores is wonderful to
Mhm.
viewers. I think behind the scenes, she is a